Noah Hungary from someplace Al Snow is from in Ohio. I've heard Rob Van Dam talk about asking Taz to pick a hand, because that was going to be the one that Rob would slap the shit out of him with. I was wondering if Rob ever asked Shane to pick a hand, or if Shane has witnessed Rob asking another wrestler to pick a hand. And if he has seen Rob ask someone to pick a hand, who was it and did they get slapped? We must remain perfect strangers.
A great question. I didn't see any of that. I'd heard the story, like everybody's heard the story. Rob he's a tough kid, right? And he'll stick up for himself. And I saw vestiges of that in WCW, like early on. Not that he had to get in anybody's face, but if somebody had wronged him, he would like, boom, go right up to him and take care of it. I always got along with that. Like I respect that. I tell people all the time, James, if somebody comes and goes, hey man, Shane Douglas was talking shit behind your back, call them a liar right to their face. Because if I got something to say to you, I'm going to come right to you and say it. And I always respected that of Robbie. I say Robbie, like, he's a kid to me, right?
Well, he was Robbie. He was Robbie V in WCW. Yeah. So, yeah, it's probably the right thing to call him, at least at that time frame.
Yeah. But he was, even on himself, like if you go through and watch, there were times when he would do dives out like on Bammer, and he would like bounce off Bammer and, take a slap hard bump on the concrete, get right up from that, and Rob and I worked, as I recall, one time, singles match in ECW that was in Alabama. It was like a weird out of the way place, and he hard weighed me in the match, and I came back and apologizing. I said, no, dude, it was a great match. And I've always got along great with Rob. We've always had like I know where he's coming from, and I know how he's committed to the business, and have always enjoyed watching him, like it's just fun to watch him. And because he's so capable in the ring of doing that stuff and doing it differently than other people before him do it. That to me, it was like what my takeaway from Robbie. I'd heard the story with Taz. If there was a problem between him and Taz, I'm sure he would have gone up and certainly stood his ground with him. But I wasn't privy to that, and I never saw Rob do that. Although I did see Rob, stand his ground on things and stake his claim. And again, for me, that was always refreshing. I always respected that in guys.